Hello, everyone. I think I just realized that I wasn't even live on YouTube. I've just been talking for 14 minutes into the abyss. And Ernst was saying, when does he start? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm live. Have I been live, Michael? Have you've been listening to me? Have you been? I don't know. I thought I was live, but I'm definitely live on both now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I thought I was live on YouTube. Maybe it was on X. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Oh, look at that. Well, live on YouTube, I'm very sorry. You missed my entire mental breakdown. Like, I was going through it the first 14 minutes, but hopefully this will make me better for the next 45. Yes, hello everyone. Sorry. I could go through it all in about 30 seconds. What is happening? What just happened? Just absolute madness and chaos at the Australian Grand Prix. I can't believe this happened. F1 fantasy season is cooked. I'm more cooked than your grandma's well done steak on July 4th. Live scoring. F1 fantasy is teasing me right now because they're all like, where are we? Let me go here. My team. Let me zoom this out a little bit. They're saying I've got 82 points. Just absolute chaos. And it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad, people. It's actually 46 points in the top right here on F1 Fantasy Tools. Just absolute chaos. It's brutal. Mr. Iceman, yes, I am also dead on the inside. I am sorry for the delay. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But, yeah, like, here we are. Just, hello, darkness, my old friend. It's Friday, yeah, because the papaya won. So let me know how that went. But, yeah, give me your F1 fantasy scores in the chat. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that it was not live. You know, still working out the kinks. Maybe I just only wanted X to see my very depressed side for the first 15 minutes of the live stream. But as you can see above me right now, 46 points, and I lost 1.4 million. So we are cooking. Myself. That's what we're cooking. We're cooking myself right now. Ernst coming in with 182 points. Ernst, drop that lineup. Come on, let's see it. Let us all be jealous. Zane with 116. Good job by you. Rob coming in with 110. Hulk and Stroll saved me. Nice. AB Mose 121. Man, y'all, you know what? Y'all needed that head start on me because the next 23 races can't go any worse. The rest of y'all seasons, they can get worse. Mine can't. You know, I'm only going up from here, guys. So you better watch out. I'm coming after you from wherever I will be in the world. Yeah, which I'm assuming will be like, however many people are in the game, I will be in the bottom third, at least. I saw F1 Fantasy Tools was saying that for some people, the optimal strategy will be to delete your count and just start again in China. Not a bad option. Ole says 176 points, NARS 2X, and McLaren is most of it. But Rob saying, love the vibes, man. We got to stay positive. Otherwise, this season will eat us alive. We didn't already get eaten, Rob? I feel like I've already been digested, come out the other side, and reborn. So, but yes, let's get into it, everyone. Now that everyone's on the same page, we're all live together. One happy F1 fantasy family. Kumbaya. Deep breaths. On to China. China, we hit the limitless here on F1 Fantasy Pole Position last year in China. How badly am I going to knee jerk? And just absolutely, as you can see here, early morning again. But for the Euros and the South Africans in the chat, didn't forget you, Michael. We are doing another early morning. There will be another deadline stream, so I will be back. There'll be a preview episode and a chip strategy guide this week coming out of F1 Fantasy Pulse Position. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss a video, blah, 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 blah. AB Mo's Stroll on top. Stroll plus 6 million. Yes, let's get into it here. Let me see how much I can zoom in because I don't want to make it too much like that. Let's see. Here we go, guys. Okay. Scrolling. So Norris came in with 57, 0.3 million price increase. Verstappen there as well. Norris also getting fastest lap, not super surprising. Papaya looks absolutely dominant. But driver of the day for Lando. The Lando Hive lives on. Me and Rob were actually talking about that in the preseason in our pricing predictions episode, which you shouldn't go watch. Don't go watch that. It's so wrong, but that's good. We didn't know what was going to happen this season. Yeah, we were kind of talking about how like Lando is kind of the front runner now and maybe won't get the votes. And yeah, it didn't happen. That he got the votes. We'll never know what would have happened if Oscar Piastri had finished second because he was having a great weekend, great race as well. Absolutely devastated for him. Jack comes in with 162. Michael's saying, according to tools, I have 46 points and no money. AB Mo's Stroll on top. AB Mo's Stroll plus 6 million. Yeah, let's check out the budget risers here. Stroll, Hulkenberg, Antonelli, and Albon, all with a 0.6 million price increase. Albon was in the F1 Fantasy Tools optimal team, guys, before the deadline stream last week or this week for Australia. So like absolute insanity. Like I was like, why would you not go Sainz? Oh, but it is what it is. But like I said, if you want 50% off your first month, promo code UN50. If you actually wait until Thursday to use that promo code, you'll get the next 4 races for 1 month of payment. Just a tip if you look at the calendar. Pit stop points. Ferrari with 10, Haas and Racing Bulls with 5, and then 5 other teams had 2, as you can see on the stat leaders on the side there. Yeah, just like I'm not sure if the stream joined up when I was talking about this, but like the graphics were pretty bad today. Hopefully they get that fixed. But yes, you are watching someone talking about F1 Fantasy right now at 8:22 Germany time in the morning who scored 46 points and lost 1.4 million. So I hope you're doing a lot better than me. But it's fine. We're moving on. Australia's in the past. Whatever. We don't know what rules go down there. Rules don't apply down there. Rob's from there. He can probably let us know a little bit better. Yeah, so Ernst is saying, yeah, I didn't sleep. I'm in Germany. It's 8 a.m. Yes, same here, Ernst. Well, I woke up at 4:30, had some coffee, got settled in, put on my papaya shirt. I actually covered it up with this new Mercedes sweater I have. But as you can see, because the stripes are green, my green screen picks it up and turns them blue. So I'm not entirely sure how often I'll get to wear this. On the stream. So that's interesting. Michael is saying that his T3 team is now at negative 52 points. So that must mean that F1... Oh! It's worse, guys. It got oh so much worse. Why'd they do that? Oh. It's 24 points, everyone. It's not even 46. What did I do to the fantasy gods? Oh. I thought it said it was 46. F1 Fantasy Tools. You gave me so much hope. What happened? What did I do? Did they take things away? Oh, they've taken out pit stop points. Okay. So maybe there's still hope. Okay. Okay. Oh, still no overtakes or pit stops in there, but it is not looking pretty. You're so positive, Rob. I love it because this is not just not looking pretty. This is like I only drank IPAs last night, did not have a Pedialyte before I went to bed, didn't get any sleep, and I'm going to brunch with my in-laws. It's disgusting. I am a like that is what it is. Oh my goodness. AB Mo says, I'm so grateful you made me switch to McLaren Williams Albon. Otherwise I would have went Ferrari, McLaren, Doohan, Hadjar, and Bortoleto. Good job, AB Mose. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad the deadline live stream was nice for you guys. I did put a poll up at the beginning. I said, how many DNFs did you guys have? I don't want to end the poll. I want to pin the poll, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to just... Let's get back on track. We'll talk about the race for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. So, as you can see here, top 10. Great job by these guys. Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Albon, Antonelli, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton. I don't think I saw Stroll on screen once. And when that Aston Martin was in the wall, I just assumed it was him. But I don't know. I was kind of talking down Lance Stroll in the rain on the live stream before the deadline. Might have to walk that back now. Lance Stroll masterclass in the rain. Maybe we all picked the wrong Aston Martin guy. Colin says, I took Alonso instead of Stroll last second. Smiley face. Very positive attitude, Colin. Good job by you. AB Mose, I got 2 DNFs. 1 driver, 1 constructor. Yeah, that's... Is that the Sainz Williams combo there, AB Mose? Stroll is too slow to crash. That's a great point. We should have taken that into our consideration. Although I thought that about Bortoleto, and then he qualified 14th, and he was looking so good. I was like, great job by you. Like, Zane, you did tell me Stroll yesterday. I remember that. I remember you saying that on the deadline live stream. So, great call by you. Snaps for you. As you can see here, driver prices projected by F1 Fantasy Tools are on the right-hand side of the screen here. So many -6s. Oh my goodness. Gasly, Berman, Tsunoda, Lawson, Doohan, Bortoleto, Sainz, Alonso, Hadjar. Colin says my best driver was Hulk in the end. Yes, Nico Hulkenberg. Just great job by him. Like, I don't know. We are... Goodness gracious, guys. Look at all these wily veterans over here. We've got Russell, Albon, Hulkenberg, Stroll, all scoring positive points, all scoring the best price jumps that you can get. Antonelli as well. Yeah. Michael's saying Ocon and Behrman actually survived the race. Winners. Yeah, I mean, as a Haas fan in general, I'm very worried for them in 2025. But as an F1 fantasy manager, might need to kind of look at it. Because they're going to be that bad in qualifying and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's one race, 23 more to go. Melbourne, weird track. As you can see, like they were talking about it on the F1 TV broadcast. I'm not sure if they were talking about it on Sky Sports and stuff, but like with all of it's just on a regular road. 51 out 52 weeks of the year, it's a regular road. So they've got road paint all over the road. They were saying that affected Hadjar, that kind of stuff. Rob coming in. Ewan, gotta ask you if this impacts the approach for China, Limitless, or wildcard into B tiers to gain more. I'm absolutely stumped on chip strategy. Me too, Rob, because this race, frankly, is just... I don't think we can take any long run data from this race at all. I mean, Verstappen is going to get it done. I think Verstappen will be competing with Norris for the Drivers' Championship. I'm not going to like sit here and be like, it's over, like blah, blah, blah. But yeah, getting on some of these. So the thing is, Rob, my thinking is now that eventually I'm going to want to get back on all of these assets that I have because their rolling average is going to be so low, or what, like, and it's going to be like their price is going to drop, so they don't have to score as many points. It's going to be tough. Limitless could be handy in China. It's a great point because right now McLaren looks super dominant, but then I don't know who do you attach them to? Mercedes? I'm pretty sure Mercedes is leading the Constructors' Championship now, right? They had 2 drivers finish in the top 5. Like, that's crazy. Wildcard isn't a bad call either, but I kind of want to wait to see, like, first of all these price projections from F1 Fantasy Tools are still projections. We don't know if the game, like, they gave us dummy data. Was that on purpose? I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if I'll still be around whenever we get the finalized score here for F1 Fantasy, but it'll be really interesting to see if the guys have cracked the code for the pricing algorithm. It seems like they probably have because they crushed it. But Reinhardt says, can't limitless in China if you had a lot of DNFs now for budget reasons if the rolling budget works like we expect. Either limitless or just ride with our teams. I mean, like, our guys are going to keep losing points. So it's, you add up all 3 races and then you times their price by 3, right? And then you get their points per million average. So right now, Bortoletto is on a negative 20. He's going to score 8 points in China. That's a negative 12 over 3 races. And then he's going to be, 5.4 times 3 is 16.2. So if he's on negative, I mean, he's going to go down in price again, right? So maybe it is, you got a wild card out of all this, because I'm assuming if I keep all these assets, if I keep Sainz, Bortoletto, and Hadjar at least, I'm losing another 1.8 million next week. Piastri, I have no qualms about. I think he could win the sprint, win the Grand Prix, and like pick up a bunch of points and then shoot back up 0.3. Ocon I'll keep as well. Williams and McLaren I think will be fine. Let me know if my math is right on this, guys, but like getting rid of Sainz, Bortoletto, and Hadjar might need to happen. However, I have 2 of the cheapest assets in the game right now, Bortoletto and Hadjar, and I have 98.6 million. So, yeah. Is that working out in y'all's head? Is that how it would go? So I don't think I can play Limitless, I guess, because I'll be building with, these guys are going to be the ones that grow the budget out. And they're pretty much guaranteed to go down next race too. If my off the top of my head maths is working correctly. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to do something here to maybe Limitless is not the play. While it could be, if budgets aren't going to fluctuate too much, or like if the inflation thing happens, but then like we're not really catching up and all the budgets are just rising at the same time, you might be able to hold off on Limitless until Miami, which is the 6th race of the season. Maybe not Spa. That's a little bit too late in the day, but that's where I'm at. AB Mose says Mark looked slow / lucky in Australia. I still think Ferrari got second fastest car. They do have the second. They probably have the second fastest car, Mose, but they might. I don't know. We're seeing like Hamilton was clearly struggling today with the strategy, with the instructions, all that stuff. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. I mean, they've been telling us that, he's been telling us that, but the false dawn of Lewis Hamilton may be upon us here. Ernst says, I reload the page and now I have 156 points, not 182. No worries. Reinhardt says, Albon, Stroll, and Hulk can basically finish the next 2 races with 0 points and go up in value. AB Mose, I went up 1 million according to F1 Tools. Is limitless the play for me? I'll drop your team, Mose, because we should be able to kind of figure that out, I guess. Copy says, sitting on 58 points. Only negatives are Hadjar and Bortoletto. We'll probably bring in Behrman for Bortoletto and keep Hadjar. Yep, don't mind it. Ocon could go down. Because Ocon, let's go over here, went up 0.2. So Hulkenberg is expected to be 7. Ocon will be 7.5. If the projections are accurate. So if I go from Ocon down to Hulkenberg, I'll get 0.5 in the bank. Yeah. I'm not actually, I think I had some money in the bank with the squad I had, so that might save me a little bit. But yeah, Reinhardt, that is a good point. So I guess I could go, so Albon's going to go up to 12.6 million. Sainz is going to go down. So Sainz to Albon is probably a good play, because if Albon is just going to keep scoring, I mean, he's not going to score 21 points every race, but that's where we're at. So I guess, let me see. Yeah, so Albon is going to be 12.6 million the next race. Even if he scores 0, like Reinhardt is saying, then that's 21 divided by 36 or whatever he'll be priced at. Yeah, so he'll be way over the 0.4. So Unwanted Wolf says, I am at 68 points. First time playing is 60, a good score for this race. I just followed you guys, YouTubers. Unfortunately, Unwanted Wolf, 68 is not that great, but it is better than me. As you can see right now, I'm projected to score 46 points. Some people had absolutely banging races. I haven't seen anyone score over 200 points. Let me know if anyone in the chat has hit over 200 points. Maybe you 2x'd Lando with McLaren, and I don't think you could, I don't know how close you could get to 200 points there, but it might be kind of close. Williams, and then you went with some cheaper assets like Hulkenberg. But yeah, it's unfortunately it was a very messy first race on Wanted Wolf. So it's not great. Usually we're looking at scores from 200 to 300 is usually a pretty strong weekend for a lot of people in the dry conditions. I think the most disappointing DNF out of all of these was Sainz. Like on the safety car, didn't really, it was just like a nowhere crash. That was really disappointing because as you could, like, the Williams looked pretty tasty most of the race there. I mean, Albon finished 4th. Great job by them. So the car was probably there. It was in the wet, but Albon's a pretty good defender. He's had some success previously in Australia, so he likes the track a little bit. Let's see. Unwanted Wolf says, I have seen, but those guys use 3X or something. Yeah, a lot of people will use like a chip at the beginning of the season just to try and put themselves as number one in the world. Totally get it if that's what you want to do, but there are going to be way more uses for the chips later in the season. So that's where you want to hold off on your chips on One-Eyed Wolf. AB Mose or most disappointing, Alonso. Yeah, not a bad shout. Let's put it to a vote here. Let's see. Oh, I need to end this poll. So 59% of y'all had at least 3 DNFs. So you guys were on the pain train with me a little bit here. Start a poll. Most disappointing performance. I'm not going to put Piastri on here because I just feel like he was unlucky. Who else should I put on here? Sainz, Alonso. Who else, guys? Who else should be on here? Tsunoda? Dropping like a rock? And maybe Lawson? Those would be the 4 votes. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, 58% of us were all aboard the pain train with 3 or more DNFs. Rob is saying the highest scoring content creator is provisionally on 146 points. Fantasy tips. Reigns Team 3 had negative 33. Yes, absolutely shocking for some of us here. This is, let me see here. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's too much. Went too far. There we go. Perfect. So my T2 teams is on 49 points. And yeah, T3 over here is 22 points. But according to F1 Fantasy Tools, that'll be 46, 74, and 62. Copy says Sainz had big potential for some good points. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, like the Williams had a pretty good day. Not bad at all. Michael says Sainz in the wet has never been good. Why did I not remember that? Yeah, I guess I'm casting my mind back to at least Canada last year, right? He spun out. He actually took out Albon in that same race. Colin says, I'm at 74 with my first team and 96 with my third team, even though I have 3 DNFs in that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Mr. Iceman, Carlos was on course to finish P6, P7, the worst, an absolute dagger to the heart. Yeah, I don't know. It's, man. F1 Fantasy Tools, man. They called it. They had Albon. I think they were even tweeting out that like Ryder had something to say like, yeah, I could even see like Albon qualify P5, P6, and then bang, right there. That's where it is. Copy says, is there still points to be calculated? I don't get the difference between Fantasy Tools and the F1 app. Yeah, so right now the F1 app, Rob was just saying Formula Fantasy Hub, great YouTube page, great Twitter follow. Go follow him on all the social medias as well, or also known as The Strategist on F1.com. Great job by Rob getting that gig. Good job to see the F1 fantasy community growing in the F1 world. So great job by him. Super pumped for that like expansion because he very much deserves it. So F1 app does not have the pit stop points or the overtakes right now. Copy that sometimes takes a little bit longer with their telemetry to be finalized and stuff like that. If they have any changes from the F1 Fantasy Tools website, F1 Fantasy Tools will update their website just to go with whatever they have there, just so you know. So right now, F1 Fantasy Tools is like a very accurate projection of what is going on, but they have to wait for the F1 fantasy game to update it and finalize the scores because that's actually where we get our points. Peter says, my T3 team got 62 points. Both other teams got negative score. Peter, drop those lineups in the chat. Let's see the pain train because like that is, a lot of us are right there. Racing is epic. McLaren, Haas, 2X Norris, Albon, Stroll, Ocon, Hulkenberg would be 256 points, and with the 3X, 335. I wonder what the budget for that team was. It's probably like 86-ish million? 86 million? 86, 87 million? Colin says, I thought Lawson would be a good pick for today, but he had 0 pace even before the crash. Yes. Thank you for the kind words, Ewan. Well-deserved, Rob. AB Mose, Limitless China. Now I got McLaren, Williams, Piastri, 2X, Piastri with a 2X, Albon, Stroll, Ocon, Hadjar. My Limitless take would be McLaren, Ferrari, Lando, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen. If you're going to be on Limitless in China, I'm pretty sure it's McLaren, Lando, Piastri, Verstappen. Those are locked in. The rest of them, I'm not entirely sure yet. Lawson wouldn't be in there, but Russell could be in there. We'll see how it goes. I think I kind of started the stream late on YouTube, but I was calling George Russell the mop, because if there's ever a spill of points, he is there to take them. He just mops it up and takes away the points. So that is where we are at. I'm going to be calling him the mop from now on. Let's see. Brandon, I'm new to F1 Fantasy this year. Any advice? I have Piastri, Sainz, Bordello, Hadjar, Ocon, wildcard. Hey, Spider-Man meme, Brandon. We have the same exact team. I'm thinking about wildcard at this point. I gotta admit, because these pricing changes could devastate my season, and I might need to get off of them sooner rather than later, if it's going the way that I think it's going to go. We'll see what the prices are. I don't know if anyone else is on the F1 Fantasy page, but if you see anything pop up with some finalized scores, so as you can see here, they've got these scores in, but they're still doing the provisional points copy, if that's what you're talking about. So yeah, they're still on provisional points right now on the F1 Fantasy page, but that's where we're at. Maven says T1 22, T2 121, T3 23. Good job for that T2 team. AB Mose, Russ over Ham if limitless. Possibly. It does seem like Hamilton is struggling to kind of get to grips with the Ferrari. He even said, like in an interview yesterday after qualifying, or maybe Friday, that like if it's in the wet, he's had 3 laps of wet running. That's it. And if China is going to be anything like that, should we go check the Chinese Grand Prix weather, everybody? What is the weather forecast for the Chinese Grand Prix? Let's see. Should I switch Alonso and Hadjar? And if so, who would be the ideal replacement? You could go Alonso down to... Well, Alonso's going to lose 0.6. So you actually can't go down to Stroll, because now Stroll is 8.7, which is wild. You're probably going to have to go down to Ocon for Alonso, and then maybe you can go... maybe you'll have enough money to go Hadjar up to Hulkenberg? Maybe? Or you could... Yeah, that might be the play, Colin. Racing is epic. The 257-point team was 99.8 before the... Okay, so I must have just missed a driver when I was adding that in my head. AB Mo's wildcard early season is the play. Peter coming in with his sad team of the week. Peter, go to X and follow Pop Pan Man if you do not already, and submit that team. And he will definitely play it on his stream this week. He does a segment whenever there are horrific scores, like the ones that we have. He calls it the violin segment. And it'll help us. It helps us all. It helps us talk through the pain, talk through the grief. So Peter says, Piastri, Tsunoda, Sainz, Bortoleto, Hadjar, Ferrari, and Williams, -23 at the moment. T2, Piastri, Ocon, Duhan, Hadjar, Bortoleto, Ferrari, Mercedes, which was 22 or 1. Yeah. And then T3 was Piastri, Albon, Ocon, Duhan. Yeah. Rough, man. Rough. I think a lot of us are feeling it this week. Racing is epic. I really like Limitless in China. McLaren pace looks fantastic. And I think without the DNFs, my McLaren, Williams, Piastri team will get some good budget gains. Limitless team would be McLaren, Ferrari, 2X Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell. Looks good to me as long as you think that you're going to be able to survive these price drops. And they did warn us about this on the F1 Fantasy Tools Discord. So, yeah. Michael Fairman coming in with the violin. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Peter says, what's the @ for the person to follow? Let me go find it for you, sir. Let's go. Where are you at? Where are you at, Pop Pan Man? Let's go. Pop Pan Man. Pop Pan Man. Pop Pan. Pop Pan Man. At Pop Pan Man F1, Peter, is where you should go to submit your violin segments. So, yeah, that's where I would go. I like Merc and Ferrari setup for the reliable drivers, bar Antonelli. Is that for limitless copy? Is that what you're saying? Maybe. But yeah, at Pop by Man on X, we'll do hopefully a violin segment this week. I think a lot of us. So, yeah. Colin says, thanks for the advice. I already have Hulkenberg, so my only option would be Behrman instead of Hadjar. Yeah, let's go over to the live scoring once again here. Where'd you go? There are my teams in all their glory: 46, 74, and 62 points. Lovely jubbly. So Behrman scored 1 point. It is on negative 0.6, so that's going to take him down to 6.1 million. So for him to have above a 3 points per million score next week, he'll be at 6.1 times 3 is 18.1. 18.1 divided by, or how much? Wish there was a calculator here. Do I have a calculator just on my phone? What is it? 18.1 times 0.3. Yeah, he's going to have to score a fair bit of points, which is not ideal. The optimal budget team, now they usually have that on here, but I'm not sure if they will have had it yet. Because usually they wait for the teams to update AB modes. On F1 Tools, my team is now 121 plus 1 million. T2 is 56 minus 2.1 million. Let's find out what the optimal budget team was. I mean, we could just build that team. Let's do that, shall we? Okay, so manual. All right, so McLaren, best squad. And then I guess it would be Norris next, right? And then we've got, it would have to be Ocon, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Albon. There's no way that there's enough budget for that, right? I need another driver. I need another team. Save. That's 99.8 million. So that would have been 166 points plus another 61. So yeah, that's pretty good. That would have gotten you a bunch of price rises as well. So you'd be good to go right there, AB Mose. Kick, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Antonelli, Albon. Yeah, maybe. Let's see here, guys. I had a bunch of views. If you just want to do me a favor, hit that like button. That just lets me know that there's enough interest. And I will keep doing these throughout the season because it's pretty fun to talk it out. I feel a lot calmer than I did 60 minutes ago when I was looking at 46 points on my F1 fantasy team. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me right after the races. We're just kind of reviewing the Australian Grand Prix. I'm trying to think. Other storylines. Alpine, disappointing weekend. Gasly kind of nowhere to be found, unfortunately. So that's not great either. Let's see here. Gasly with 4 points, negative 0.6. Sonoda, man, that sucks. price change. 5th in qualifying. I didn't really see what happened to him. Did he just have like a bad strategy call? Did they keep him out too long, or did they keep him in too early? I can't remember. But I've only got about 5 minutes left here, guys. So if anyone wants to talk about anything for the last 5 minutes, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we'll just keep looking at this and seeing if we get any results and that sort of thing. Looking ahead to China, though, is a good idea. It's right around the corner. It's next week. So there'll be a deadline live stream. There'll be a preview. There'll be a chip strategy guide once I get my head around that. AB Mo says, if you want to, you don't have to, AB Mo's, but if you want to drop like a super chat or something, I haven't set up a Patreon or anything like that. I can think about doing the YouTube member thing, but if that is what you want to do, like, big thanks to you. And I will be here every race for the entire season. First thoughts on wildcard lineup. If I do a wildcard lineup, I will, if the prices can update, like, what do we do with Hadjar? Okay, yeah. So if you want to do that, AB Mo's, feel free. Like, that would be much appreciated, but not necessary. Peter says, my recovery from this Grand Prix will be a long and tough one. Lots of thinking ahead for me this week. Agreed, Peter. Me too. Colin says, Gasly was 7th until 53 and then binned it in the last 2 laps or so. AB Mose says, or just liking. Yep, that works as well. When is going to be the next video or stream, says Unwanted Wolf. I will be creating a chip strategy guide over probably today and tomorrow, Unwanted Wolf, and it'll either be out Monday night or early Tuesday. But if you like and subscribe to the channel, you won't miss it. So there you go. I can even put up this like fancy little animation that shows you how to do that. And then there will also be the Chinese Grand Prix preview will be out Wednesday. So the chip strategy guide will be out Monday, Tuesday. Chinese Grand Prix preview will be out Wednesday. Deadline live stream on Saturday morning or Friday evening or Saturday afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And then we will also do we'll do one of these again right after, because the race is actually at a better time next week. It's at like 8 o'clock in the morning, for me at least. So I can wake up, maybe have 2 cups of coffee, although it doesn't feel like I actually need it right now. Oh, thank you, AB Mose. Really appreciate it. I will like that. I will heart it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully I have been somewhat entertaining during this hour of need. Limitless strategy. Yeah, it's all going to be in the chip strategy guide this week. I don't want to limitless strategy. As of right now, I will say if you have a bunch of budget, if you did well this week and you are on a bunch of price risers, you can activate that limitless strategy. However, if you've lost a bunch of value, my first gut is to say to wild card out of it and save the limitless for Miami, because you just don't want to get too far away from this budget. I think it's going to be they're limitless. So how does price change affect, like, the price of a driver goes up? Does my cost cap increase or otherwise? Yes, you will. So like if your driver goes up, you'll gain some more value, and then if you sell them, you'll gain that into your overall cost cap, and you could buy like a cheaper driver. So like if you are on a Stroll and you think he's going to suck in China, and then you go down to a Bortoleto, you are getting his 0.6 and you're kind of getting Bortoleto at a cheap price. Like, that's how it would work. And you could like kind of do it that way. Copy says, what position were you last year in the Global League? I finished 991st in the world in the Global League last year, Copy. But yeah, that is where it is at for the post-race stream in Australia. I'm going to go have another cup of coffee, hopefully digest all this, and I will do my best to get AB Mose, you've got Stroll right now. He's probably going to keep going up, so I would maybe just hold on to all these people that are rising and try to get onto these other assets where their DNF falls off afterwards. So that's where I'm at with that. But I'm going to go Kip to Mike. You can check your global ranking when the game updates, which will hopefully be in like the next hour or so. But guys, I just want to thank everyone for going through it with me. I really appreciate that. I will be back over the next couple of days with a chip strategy video, then the Chinese Grand Prix preview, and then I will also be doing the deadline live stream, and the cool down room will be back, hopefully with a lot happier of a content creator next week. Yes, I'm going to submit my team to Tom for the violin. But once again, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time.